Till now, we have understood that if a registered person is providing any service or selling any goods, along with his revenue, he will also collect GST and pay to the government. On the other hand, if an unregistered person is providing a service or selling a goods, he will not collect GST, right? I repeat the entire line. If an unregistered person is providing a service or selling a goods, he will only collect his share of revenue. He will not collect GST from the recipient. Now government said, when an unregistered person will not collect GST, then the liability to pay the GST to the government is on the recipient of the service or recipient of goods. Let us understand this transaction with an example. Let's say that I am Reliance Limited and I want to give a party to my employees on New Year. So I want to give party to my employees on a New Year. That is why I approach a caterer. I ask him, I want 100 plates, how much are you going to charge? He said for 100 plates he is going to charge 1 lakh rupees. Now I will go to the next caterer. First I ask him, the first person told me he is going to charge me 1 lakh rupees for 100 plates. I go to the next caterer and I ask him, I want 100 plates. How much are you going to charge? The second caterer told he is going to charge 1,18,000. The first caterer told he will charge 1 lakh rupees and the second caterer is telling that he is going to charge 1,18,000 rupees. Now I ask the second caterer, first caterer is giving for 1 lakh rupees, why are you giving for a higher price? Why there is an 18,000 increase? The second caterer said that he is charging 18% extra because of the GST. The second caterer said he is registered under GST, that is why he is collecting this 18,000 as GST. On the other hand, the first one is unregistered, where he is not collecting GST but he is only collecting 1 lakh rupees. Now you tell me, from a businessman point of view, from the Reliance Limited point of view, where will I go? Will I take the service which cost 1,18,000 rupees or the one which cost 1 lakh rupees? Definitely I will go and take the service of the person who is giving at 1 lakh rupees. Now, only because a person is collecting GST and paying it to the government, he is losing the contract. If the GST portion was not there, even the second caterer would have charged 1 lakh only. But only and only because of the GST, the second caterer is losing contract because his service is becoming expensive. To avoid this, government introduced section 9 subsection 4. It says, if the registered person is collecting GST from you, well and good, you pay him. But if you are taking service from an unregistered dealer, that is the caterer who is providing at 1 lakh rupees. Okay, so the government said, if you are taking any service from an unregistered dealer, then GST on that should be paid by the registered dealer. Now what will happen? I will take the first person's service and pay him 1 lakh rupees. I am paying how much? I am paying him 1 lakh rupees, but GST on that, say 18,000 rupees, the recipient of the service should pay it to the government. Now let us understand the difference between these two. Say I took a service from the registered person. Now he will collect 1 lakh plus he will collect 18,000 rupees. He will deposit 18,000 rupees with the government. This is registered person is providing for registered person, no issues. Let us discuss the second scenario. It talks about registered person taking service from an unregistered person. I repeat, it talks about registered person taking service from an unregistered person. In this case, unregistered person will collect only 1 lakh rupees, that is his share of revenue, and GST on that, the recipient of the service should pay it to the government. So in the first case, I paid 1,18,000 to the caterer. In the second case, I am paying 1 lakh to the caterer and 18,000 to the government. So this second case is nothing but section 9 subsection 4, which talks about reverse charge mechanism is applicable when a registered person is taking services or taking goods from an unregistered person. So I hope the entire concept is clear to you. Let us take one more example to understand it in a little better way. Say, I am Reliance and I wanted to purchase furniture. I am Reliance and I want to purchase furniture. if I am purchasing from a registered person, and say the price of the furniture is 20,000 rupees. Now, I will pay 20,000 along with GST to the registered person, and registered person will pay to the government. This is clear concept. Now, if I am purchasing the same furniture from an unregistered dealer, I will only pay him 20,000 rupees, but GST portion on that, the recipient of the service, in our example it is Reliance, have to pay to the government under reverse charge mechanism. So, this is section 9 subsection 4.